second grade, the last time we were together, we did some overlapping by tracing a roll of tape. If you need to finish, you can find some roll of tape on the back counter, and you will be using pencil to trace the inside and the outside while holding it with your other hand that you don't draw with. Now, what we have to do next is you'll notice that I made this one come to the front, so it's on top of all the others. But some of these are kind of confusing, so I have to make sure that I can do that to several of them. So what I want to do next is decide which one's going to be on top. So let's take a look at this one. If I want this one to be on top, inside the ring, I need to make sure that all of this is erased so that the ring becomes just a solid ring. You are staying within the boundaries of that line. So now this one has come to the top. Do you see how I did that? So this one's behind, this one's on top. So we go back down to here. I think I'm going to have this one rise above. So I'm going to go back in and erase to the best I can. If you over erase a line, you can always draw it back in. So now that one is on top. Now I've got one right here that seems to be underneath these two. Let's put it on top of this one just by simply erasing this line. This part might get a little tricky. You can ask your friends at your table if you're doing it right. You can also ask them for suggestions. I think I'm going to make that one go on top. So I'm using my eraser very carefully. Now that one's below, on top. Let's see, that looks good. Over here, this one's here is a little confusing. I'm going to make this one go on top. And I think I'll make it go on top all the way. Then I've got this one overlapping it and this one underneath. And you can see part of my pencil is erased too much, so I'm just going to go back in and draw it in. All of them seem to be okay except for this one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this part and this part. After you have it all erased at your tables, you have black markers today. I want you to start carefully outlining all of your pencil lines so that they become a little darker. You're going to take your time and do this nice and slow. So once you have your whole black outline, then you'll get to the next step. But today we are just erasing, making our overlaps look more overlapped rather than a bunch of different lines, trying to bring some to the front and pushing some to the back. After you have your whole project outlined, then you want to snap your cap, listen for that click, and put it in your cup. Thank you for listening so well.